All right, we are back. Welcome everybody who is here waiting. I think I finally figured out how to make the reminder actually work. If you were watching last stream or live or not, you might have figured out that I don't know what I'm doing. And so I set up a YouTube reminder, which was super awesome, I thought. But then I couldn't figure out how to stream from that place. But I'm pretty sure I actually figured out how to do that. So I'm pretty stoked that I might have tackled some new tech. So looks like Lona is here. Aloha, Lona. So happy to see you. I would like to thank, like I said, all you guys for being here, but also I want to let you guys know that right now, oh, hey, Andre M., good to see you, right on. So today, if you've seen my other streams, this stream might look a little bit different because I'm using a different camera and I'm not using any external microphone-y things. I had stopped, or originally I was filming with my, not filming, video live streaming with my cell phone, and then a mic, which is a whole other story, because the webcam that I own, for whatever reason, when I tested it a week ago, back when I was trying to get this organized, it wouldn't, the noise was all blah, 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 blah. But today when I tested it out, I don't think the noise is all blah, blah, blah. So hopefully I sound good. Oh, hey, Rick S., good to see you. Andre, yeah, no El Gato yet. Curtis, nice to see you. Thank you. Yeah, I'll eventually be getting an El Gato. That is, I think, in the mail. So eventually my mic will be super fancy pants. And then the next step, I guess, will be the fancy pants video camera. But for now, I'm either going to be using the webcam that I'm using right now or the cell phone camera. Basically, okay, cool. Andre, thank you. So I don't sound all blah, 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 like I did before. Good. So basically what we're going to be doing here, oh, hey, E.T. Guerrero, good to see you. Oh, hey, Medium 7-Up, awesome. How's it, Kenny from the Cove? Awesome. Good, I'm so glad you guys are here. So with people here now, if you saw the last streams, live or not, doesn't matter. I'm curious on the feedback for which video camera you think might be better, or does it even matter? And then whether or not, I mean, I guess the sound is only, like, we're going to fix the sound. The sound is an issue that will get fixed. So I guess the real issue at this point is the video, whether or not last camera, which was cell phone, versus this camera, which is actually a webcam, is better, or does it even matter? So let's see here. Oh, Shock's here. Cool, nice to see you. Oh, cool, Miles. Okay, so this camera does seem to be a little bit better. Yeah, I had the impression that the cell phone wasn't necessarily the best thing. Shock, okay, so the aspect ratio is fixed. Awesome. I don't know why the other one was weird. I don't know how to fix the other one, because I did look into that, and that was vaguely part of the reason why I thought, why don't I try this other new old camera again? So no, the camera, yeah, it's in a completely different angle location. Like the other one was on a tripod and a little bit lower. I didn't like the way I was looking, so I wanted to make it just a little bit higher. So yeah, camera angles, camera, everything is getting fine-tuned, and so everybody's going to need to help me fine-tune it, basically. So, but for those who want to see the Honu, there is the Honu. And yeah, you're right. Happy little mistakes can definitely work out in our favor. Or just happy accidents. Like, for instance, welcome to Chatter with Statter. That was sort of a happy accident because Rick S. decided to be witty and suggest that. And I'm basically going to go with that good copy because that's good copy and I'm running with it. So, yeah, so that's what's going on with the video, etc. Hey, Cynthia, good to see you. Good to see you. I suppose I shouldn't call you Cynthia. It's actually Cindy. I know. I'm sorry, Cindy, but I read your name and it says Cynthia. So, hey, Cindy, good to see you. Yeah, so I definitely want the hive mind to help me out here. And then one thing I want to let you guys all know that I have not made clear in the past. So the very, very first, like, tiny little stream, if you watched it, you might have noticed that there was some words that were not appropriate for work or for the little ones. And that's the only stream that we're going to have those words. So I'm going to do my best not to swear. If I do end up swearing, we're going to have to figure out a way to punish me for that, or like start a swear jar for charity, although that might encourage me to swear, which I don't want. Anyway, I'm planning on no swears. So the little ones can watch this show in theory. And if we're going to talk about topics that aren't appropriate for kids, well, I'll let you know. And who knows, topics scatter, so we might accidentally end up on that topic and what is that topic? I don't know, that topic. We might end up on it. But yeah, so I just want to let you guys know that if there's little ones walking in and out of your room, they really don't have, there's not much risk of hearing words that you don't want them to hear from me. So, I swear in Esperanto because most people don't know it. Yeah, I actually don't know it. So I could probably accidentally swear in Esperanto and not know that I just did. So, and well, yeah, I mean, the chat can get a little raunchier, I guess, but keep it chill, guys. This is going to be, we're not here to be edgelords. How about that? Just, spread aloha, be nice, and don't insult each other, which I don't think that you guys will, but these are just the rules. And yeah, that's right. I'm going to make up the rules as we go along because it's my situation that I'm hosting for all of you, and I want everybody to feel welcome. And so that's why we're making this a little bit more mellow than maybe an everyday conversation in the bar might happen with me, might include words that we won't be including here. So let's see here. Hey, Mariana, good to see you. Let's see here. So, hey, Terry Gilmore, you're here. I can't remember if I told you this morning, but, well, and for everybody who was on the last live stream or watched the last live stream, I ate the kimchi that went exploding out of the jar. I did not get sick. And, oh, my goodness, kimchi is so tasty. I don't know how I've not eaten kimchi for the rest of my life or my previous life, whatever. I have eaten it on a grilled cheese sandwich. I've eaten it on a baked potato. I've eaten it just out of the jar. I had it on something else too, but I'm not going to tell you what because I don't remember. Oh, and then the cream cheese thing. I could have just eaten the cream cheese kimchi just straight out of the flipping bowl. Yeah, Andre, I don't know if you were there, but it was explosive. The jar that was in my fridge was like all, or the lid was all bubbly. And so I thought, I'm going to take that out of my fridge before it explodes all over my fridge. And so when I took it to the sink and opened it, because I was thinking, not always, but this time I was, what is kimchi? Kimchi is a Korean pickled and spiced cabbage. And up until now, or fermented, pickled, fermented, I don't know. I think it's fermented. And up until recently, I was too scared to try it because I thought it was spicy for some reason. I had it in my head, it was spicy. But actually, the brand that I got wasn't that spicy. I mean, they have a variety that is extra spice, but I just got the regular. And it wasn't really spicy at all. So I've been stupid my whole life not eating it because it's so tasty. But when I opened the jar, it started to fizz and there was this like volcano eruption of cabbage into my sink. And usually when you open a jar and the food inside does that, it's like, oh no, you don't eat that. But I had a feeling that maybe I could. So I asked everybody and they're like, yeah, eat it. And I ate it and it was really, really good. Okay, Andre. Okay, so I'm not just making that up. It can be really spicy if you get it at the right place or the wrong place, as the case may be for me. So, yeah, right. See, when you look at the picture, Mariana, it's just like, well, that looks like it's covered in spice. I'm wimp, so why would I want to eat that? So, yeah, Terry, that was exactly why I wanted to eat kimchi and sauerkraut, because I think My New Year's resolution was to eat more fermented foods because it's good for your digestive system. And so sauerkraut was the first on the list, did that. Kimchi was the next on the list, and I did that. And honestly, I don't really know if I'm going to go beyond kimchi because I might just stick on kimchi because it's flippin', flirpin' delicious. That's right. I whipped out the double F word, flippin' and flirpin'. So whoa, hey. It does. Okay, wait, Andy. All right, this camera allows for clicking on the gear and choosing 1080. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, then if the sound is acceptable, which it sounds like for the next, well, until the fancy mic comes, then I will keep using this this camera because it sounds like it is better for the people. Awesome. Wow. No, I'm not at all nervous now that I see that Andy's on, but that's okay. So hey, Cindy, yeah, in Korea they bury pots in the ground and use it. Let's see here. For the kimchi, I knew that because there was a MASH episode once where, one of the people, Frank, he thought that they were burying bombs, but it was actually just kimchi. So I did know that they buried the pots in the ground. So, hey, Darlene, good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so let's see here. I beat you to the kimchi trivia. That's funny. Yeah. Oh no, MASH. Yeah, Miles. MASH is a good old school favorite of mine. But when I was a kid, I hated. No, when you guys were kids, did you like or watch MASH? Because I sure didn't. In fact, the moment that theme song came on was the moment I left the room because the TV show was suddenly not going to be what I wanted. I don't know if everyone else had that knee-jerk reaction to MASH when they were a child, but it seemed like it was on like every 5 o'clock afternoon and then 5:30 on a different channel and then 6 o'clock on a different channel. And so, yeah, it's time to change the channel when that theme song came on. Andre, the Kimchi Underground. Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, Andre. No, the TV show and the movie for MASH. Whoa, dude, way different vibe. Yeah, the movie, super dark. The comedy show, it had its dark moments, but yeah, it was a comedy show. Oh, really? You don't need to refrigerate it until you open? See, well, Andy, the kimchi that I bought came in the refrigerated section, so I just assumed I needed to keep it in the fridge, but I guess maybe not. So, let's see here. All right, I've got, hold on, somebody just came in, but I didn't see who. So hello, who just came in, and I'm sorry I did not catch your name because the chat just went. So, all right, so today in what is Mad Statter going to be learning, I, as you may have noticed, I conquered the reminder situation for YouTube, but now I have a whole other technological problem, but it's about my dishwasher. And I just looked up the part that I needed, which is some sort of coupling assembly. And oh my God, the part costs as much as the part now costs as much as the dishwasher cost when I originally bought it. So that was a little bit annoying to find. And I don't really know how to install the coupling assembly, but I'm going to try to learn. So I will be keeping you updated on that in the future. And so, oh no, let's see here. Oh, really? Oh, Kenny, your dad hated MASH. How come? What? Because it was not at all true, or it was hit a little too close to home? I'm thinking that might actually be the case. Oh God, you know, Mariana, I was thinking that you ship my dishes over there and you'll do them for me. I was actually wondering, like, if there was a laundromat place, but for dishwashers. Because I'll tell you what, my dishwasher is probably my favorite appliance aside from my washing machine. And of course, my washing machine is actually broken too. So I've been going to the laundromat recently. And so I was thinking, well, why don't they have like a laundromat for dishwashers? But There's a lot of good reasons, I'm sure, for that. The coupling assembly sounds like a bit of an adult part. Yeah, well, I did say we were going to watch our language here, but we're going to talk about coupling assemblies. So trigger warning for those, for the minors in the room. We're talking about coupling. Yes. Yes, I'm having a robot revolt, Andy. That is 100% correct. Let's see here. Oh, dude, wait, Curtis, you're paying off your house? That's awesome. That is amazing. Oh, because you sold your asparagus farm, right? Yeah, that was a lot of work. You were harvesting like what, a ton a day? Literally a ton a day or something, it seemed like. Oh, Andre, go to the appliance store and ask to test the dishwashers. I don't think they're going to fall for that, but I like that idea a lot. I'll just casually walk in with a big bag that's clanking. I'll slip out a little washer pod from my pocket. Yeah, I'll just hang out here and see if it works. Hey, Vicky, good to see you. Aloha. I'm so glad you could swing by. Yeah, totally. I actually do have a good appliance store or appliance parts store that I'm going to go to, and hopefully they'll be able to help me. Because I have a choice. The hose that's broken, and oh my God, I loaded the dishwasher yesterday and went to pull, because this is a portable dishwasher, that you have to hook to the sink. So I pulled the hose unit out to hook it to the sink, and one of the hoses just boom came. And honestly, I'm wondering if there's like a rat or something that's living in my dishwasher, because I don't really understand how I never had a leak before, and B, the hose, I mean, it almost looks like it was cut. It's so broken. So it's like, was there a rat in my dishwasher chewing that hose? I really kind of feel like there might be, which is a whole other issue. And I'd love to say, oh, my cats will take care of it. But the problem is my cats were the ones who brought the rat in to begin with. So, yeah. Oh, shock. Yeah, I will be finding the instructions on YouTube. Luckily, that's funny you should say it, because online, when I found the part to order for $257, one of the reviewers of that part had a link to the YouTube instruction video that he used to replace and put that part in. So yeah, YouTube's super awesome for figuring out how to do stuff. So that's exactly what I'm going to do, is watch YouTube to figure out how to do stuff, and hopefully I'll be able to do stuff, because I really like my dishwasher. And right now it's still full of dirty dishes, but shh, don't tell. Let's see. Oh, thank you so much, Mariana. Yeah, I just freshened my dye just a little while ago, and it's a little bit faded. I'm thinking I might want it a little bit brighter, but I'm fine-tuning the shade. So good to know this one's complimenting my eyes. Thank you so much. Oh, hey, Anne, good to see you. Yeah, the dishwasher is a problem, but you know what? Oh, and I don't even want to say this out loud. My hot water heater is working, unlike yours. So my problem is tiny in comparison to the problem that you had earlier this month or last month or whenever that is. So, so I will take my dishwasher problem over your hot water heater problem any day of the week. Although now that I've said that, we all know what's going to happen. Looking warily in the direction of my hot water heater. Yeah. Oh, Andre, you're supposed to change washing machine hoses every 5 years. You're wondering if the same is true for dishwashers? Well, now I can only assume that my dishwasher being, I don't know, 14 years old might have something to do with the hose wearing out. But like I said, so it's a 2-hose thing. And like the one hose is still just fine and dandy. It's the other hose that, like I said, kind of looks like it was not cut per se, but I mean, I don't know. I am mystified at how it could be completely torn apart all of a sudden without having ever had any leakage from it prior to, well, never. It just seemed like it wasn't, it clearly was not a gradual thing. It was a boom, all of a sudden thing. So, Shock. Oh, you're going to unjinx my water heater? Perfect. Do that. Oh, hey, Lono's here. Good to see you, Lono. Let's see here. Taking a drums break. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, Shock, definitely do whatever you need to do to unjinx my water heater, because I'm knocking wood, and hopefully that'll be good magic. Yeah. Am I saying I'm all hosed up? No, I'm saying that I need to get all hosed up. I'm not hosed at all. So, oh wait, Shock, overpressure backflow event. Oh, and Andre, you're saying sometimes a hose just explodes. Okay, all right. Well, I hope that that's the case, because the only other explanation I can think of is a rat in my dishwasher, which is not something that I really want to deal with at all. In fact, I wouldn't even know where to set the trap. No idea. Am I missing any knives? No, Rick, I'm not missing any knives. But that would explain the shape that the hose is in. That's for dang sure. Let's see here. No, it's not the hot water hose, because it's my dishwasher is. Gosh, I'm so thankful that this is turning into a dishwasher lecture or something. But my dishwasher is a portable kind, so you have to hook the hoses up to the sink, and it's the water input hose that's broken, not because it drains into the sink, and so it's not the output hose, it's the input hose. And according to the internet, I can actually just buy that hose for like $40. So I suppose maybe I'll do that, but it looks like it would be more complicated to replace the hose than just the entire coupling unit. But I suppose for like $250 difference or $200 difference, maybe I should just get the hose. Yeah, I'm going to talk to the appliance repair parts people down in my neighborhood. They've been very helpful before, and I'm hoping they'll be helpful again. So, oh, comfortable yum. Aliens, yeah. Aliens, I'd rather the aliens be responsible for the hose than a rat. So, yeah, the input hose is, I try to run hot water, so the input, the fill hose, I don't know what it's called, would be getting the hottest water, I suppose. So, yeah. I know, Darlene. See, yeah, you're so lucky. I'm glad you have your Rick too, because it looks like he's really good at fixing stuff. Speaking of which, I strongly, for just a minute, because I don't want to wash my dishes, I did consider using duct tape to fix the hose. I didn't. I know it would have been a huge. I just entertained the thought until I giggled myself away from it, because I think we know that was not a good idea. Let's see here. There are mouse and rat size have a heart trap. Oh, and no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't. This is a controversial statement that might get me canceled forever. But if they're in my house, they don't belong in my house, and I do not use have a heart traps. Rats need to go. Rats are intended to be food for things. Things like rats and mice multiply so fast that my trap, I'm not putting them back outside. No, we'll just leave it at that. Not putting them back outside. I think it's awesome that people do that. I am not one of those people, and we'll just leave it at that. There, I've been canceled for the rest of my life. I know, 3 shows in, and suddenly my internet career is poof in the wind because I use regular rat traps. That's right. That's right. Oh my God, Andy, are you serious? You would try the tape? I don't know. I mean, the hose is, it's not like there's a little hole in the hose. I mean, the hose is separate. Oh, hose clamps? All of these ideas are really tempting, but I just envision the mess if they don't work out. I would probably have to stay right by the faucet while trying it so I could shut off the water immediately if it was a catastrophic failure. And I'm thinking the potential for catastrophic failure is kind of high. So, is the hose made? No, well, no, it's more like a rubber hose. I mean, like, it's got fabric in it too, but it's definitely like a black rubber hose. Rubber slipper not very effective on rats. That's true. Rats and cockroaches, that rubber slipper, nothing for them. Nothing. Cindy Krause, if I gotten down with a flashlight and taken a good look around, no, honestly, that's my next step. I need to pull an appliance out from where it's been for like 5 years. And already that's gross. And yeah, that needs to happen. And I think you understand why it hasn't happened yet, or why I'm hesitating to have it happen. But absolutely, that it needs to happen. Yeah. Wheel the portable dishwasher over to the camera. You know what, Rick? Once I get the part, careful what you wish for, because I actually might do that. It's right behind me. Like that little white thing right there, that's my dishwasher, and there's a wheel right there. And so once I take it apart and realize, oh, I took this apart and I really don't know what the flying fork I'm doing. What have I done? Yeah, I'll probably be wheeling it right over to the camera and saying, Rick, show me how you use your duct tape, Rick. Hose clamps. Yeah, it didn't even occur comfortably. You're the second person to say hose clamps. That did not even occur to me. And I was at the hardware store today, and I was at the hardware store today, and it didn't even occur to me to look for any kind of solutions, or even I don't really like asking for solutions at the hardware store, because I don't really think that people who work at the hardware store know much about hardware these days. I mean, I know that, there used to be a time when the hardware store people could answer everything, but that dude with the fake diamond stud earrings and, all sorts of jewelry in his face, I don't know if he's good with all sorts of hardware. I mean, I know he's good with this hardware, but the stuff that he's selling in the store, I don't know, man. And don't get me wrong, I've got holes all over my face too, but I don't know anything about hardware. So, Oh, you got the OG hardware store? Yeah. Well, Andre, I have an OG hardware store that's a little further from where I live. And if I went to McClendon's, that's right, McClendon's, locally owned and operated in the Puget Sound area for the last 105 years, I believe. If I went to McClendon's, they absolutely would hook me up or tell me how to hook it all up. They would be awesome. And I'm glad we're having this conversation, because I should go to McClendon's for this. It's the Ace Hardware in my town that's just like, buddy, I don't really think that you know what I need you to know to help me solve this problem. But you're right. The old school ones, I need to go there. Right, yeah, medium, exactly. The old guy at the hardware store knows. But yeah, and no, I'm not, okay, yeah, and I totally misspoke. I have no doubt that Ace Hardware has good people. I'm just talking about the one in my town. And I'm sure, like, during the right times, the old guy who knows everything, there probably is one of those who work at the hardware store that I go to, or that's in my town. But I don't see that old guy very often. I see a lot of people who well, a lot of people who look like me, and I'll be frank, I don't look like somebody who knows much about hardware. And that's true. You know, if you judged me as a book by that cover, you would be right. So, right. Yeah, see, Andre, you know what I'm talking about, dude. The ace. Yeah, the ace, my ace has all the young bucks, and it's like, oh man. Yeah, well, you know, where there's an ace up in West Seattle in the rich part of town, and that hardware store is full of old dudes who know what's up. The parking is a pain in the arse, so I don't like to go there. But when you really want to know what's up and McClendon can't help you, that the one on the north end of West Seattle, which means nothing to you guys, but I know what I'm talking about. That one actually, that Ace Hardware is good. Yeah, Shock, you know, I absolutely am not surprised that people might think that you work at a hardware store. And yeah, and my best guess is even if you didn't work there, I'll bet you somebody could ask you something and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, I know how to answer that question." I just have that impression. That's the impression that I get. Yeah. Andrew, Andre, why is it the good hardware store with the old guys has no parking? Because it's the good hardware store with the old guys. It's sort of that's why I think. That's what I think. Okay, wait, Curtis, what are you saying? You look like you might have a solution. With a hose place, it goes into the hose on each side. Oh, well, now that sounds affordable. Okay, how about a hose splice? It goes into the hose on each side, held with a hose clamp. The splice is hard plastic and would allow you to tighten it up. Well, I don't know if that'll work or not, but I think that that's going to maybe be my number one solution to explore because that sounds like something I could do. And it only sounds mildly terrifying as opposed to completely terrifying, which would be the duct tape solution. The duct tape solution being the solution I came up with. Yes. Shock, stop wearing red vest in Ace Hardware. That could be the reason, Shock. Yeah, why people think that you're a clerk there. Yeah, that's funny. Let's see. So yeah, you know, Andre, yeah, when people used to hang out in the hardware stores, I remember that for a multitude of reasons, but my first knowledge of that was to do with the Happy Days television show. Because I don't know if you remember that or not, but Mr. Cunningham owned a hardware store. And yeah, and then there was some hardware store related episodes early in the Happy Days series before Fonzie became the focal point. And yeah, I remember I learned a bunch of stuff about hardware culture thanks to Mr. Cunningham on Happy Days. Oddly enough, I also learned what a transom window is due to a episode of Happy Days because Richie accidentally broke the transom window trying to get back into the hardware store when he locked the keys inside. All of these things I remember, but I don't remember my telephone number. That's how it is. Yep, what I know I learned on TV. You got it. You got it, Andre. Oh, well, eMusic, you bring up a good point, um and I kind of feels foolish. I actually don't know. Don't hardware websites have a search where you could ask a question? I don't know, but probably that's the kind of input that I need, which is reminding me of the obvious. I had pneumonia for a little while and couldn't figure out where to go see the doctor because I had just switched my insurance. And apparently, had I just called the nurse hotline, they would have been able to answer me. But it didn't occur to me to call the nurse hotline to ask a very simple question. And it did not occur to me to just go to the hardware website and maybe ask a question. So yeah, I'm probably going to do that later on tonight. Yes, sir, Bob. Right. Yeah, exactly, ET. I don't remember my phone number because I never call myself. Every time people ask for my phone number, like if I'm, do we have your phone number on file for your bonus points at the cashier or whatever? 9 times out of 10, I give my work phone number because that's the only phone number that I have to give people regularly is my work phone number. And then I'll say it and then I'll be like, oh, that's not my phone number. And luckily, I think everybody understands why I don't know my phone number because not too many people point and laugh when I correct myself for my phone number. Okay, wait. Okay, so Rick, you've got a different, get 2 splices and a new long hose of the same size and cut each end. I don't know if I'm envisioning what you're suggesting, but I will probably message you later to talk about that because I'm not sure what you mean by that. But I'm guessing you have a good idea. I'm guessing you have a better solution than I have, so I want to know what your solution is. Oh, okay. So, Anne, your favorite do-it-yourself fix-it channel is C. Jane Drill. Okay, cool. Okay. I'll have to look into her. Because, yeah, I need help. Because I own a house all by myself, and I don't really know how to do much. I really depend on the kindness of strangers for a lot of stuff. Okay, they're not strangers. They're my friends. But I do need to learn how to do more things. Like, fix that faucet in the bathroom that keeps dripping. And I'm sure it's just a washer, but I don't actually know how. So, see, these are all things that I don't know how to do. So there you go. Yeah, shop. That's my thinking with if I should just get a new hose, it's less likely to break again. That was my thinking with why I should get the entire coupling assembly with both the hoses, even though only one of the hoses is broken. Because I'm like, well, this is, both hoses are 14 years old. So if this hose broke, maybe this hose is going to be breaking soon. So instead of just getting the one, get the other. They're 2 different size hoses though. And well, that's a whole different story. So yeah, yeah, for sure. I think getting the new hose is a good idea, but if I can do a quick fix to get the dishes done that are already in the dishwasher before I get the real solution, I would be super stoked. But whatever, I need to fix it though. Let's see here. Yeah, Curtis, that is okay. So that is okay. So you're asking, do I have to slide the hose into the back of the dishwasher when I'm done? That might be a problem. Absolutely, that is the design of it. But but I'm absolutely willing to. I mean, the hose doesn't have to be put back in. I sometimes don't when I am done. So if the fix makes it so I can't put the hose back in, I'm okay with that. I'm 100% okay with that. 100% okay with that. Oh, okay, Darlene. Okay, so you're interpreting Rick for me. And okay, so you think he means 1 long piece of hosing and 2 clamps. Cut the hose where damaged. Okay, all right, yeah. Okay, that I think I can envision. I don't even know what I was envisioning, but I think you said it in a way that I'm still going to, like you said, contact Rick just to make sure we know what we're talking about. Because it sounds like, Darlene, you're a little bit of the blind, and I know I'm a little bit of the blind. So it's the blind leading the blind while Rick is over there pointing and laughing, going, you guys are going in the wrong direction, man. So, yeah. So let's get Ricky on this. Yeah, Andre, the Flex Seal is a good idea. And I did think about that, except for, like I said, it's not like a hole or a worn. I mean, it is just completely already separate. I pulled the hose out and was just like, bing, which was, like I said, great because I would have really been annoyed if I had not noticed that it was broken and started the faucet to start the dishwasher, and the water would have, been all over my kitchen floor. I don't know what FaceTime is, Shock. I keep hearing about that. Is that something that's like on iPhones? Is that on Facebook? I don't know what FaceTime is. No, Andre, the dog leading the blind, that's the one you can trust. That's the leading eye dog. That's the thing you can trust. It's the blind leading the blind, silly kitten. Okay. Oh, FaceTime's on iPhone. Okay, yeah. I don't have iPhone. I'm just a little Galaxy girl. Oh, so you're not okay, Shock. So I can do video calling from cell phones and show Rick the problem. Yeah, I will probably be posting pictures of the situation once I do what I'm afraid of doing, which is moving it. Because I mean, seriously, I haven't cleaned under that thing for probably like 5 years. Let's just get real. I haven't. I'd like to say it was less than a year. I know it's not. And so, you know, who knows? I don't even want to know what's under there. Ugh. Hey, Nani Aloha, good to see you. Oh, I'm so glad you could make it. Oh, wait, okay. Oh, Darlene, I know. There's this place that I could do the dishes. It's called the sink. I know. It's so painful for me. I actually have, what are they called? I have a dishpan that I use for washing dishes because I don't have a stopper for my sink. I don't know where it went, but I don't have one anymore. So I have to use a dishpan. So. Oh, awesome, dude. Thank you so much, Anne, for giving me the confidence. This project is totally doable. I have a feeling this project is doable. It's really a lot of mental stuff, like being afraid to move the dishwasher and ruining the civilization that lives under the dishwasher, as Andre pointed out, because I am pretty sure whatever is under there is not only highly evolved and self-aware, but might be capable of producing weapons. I don't know. I'm not so sure. E-music, yeah, you have a dishwasher. It's me. I used to. What happened was I ended up hosting. I didn't, you know, this house did not come with a dishwasher, but I had 3 guests stay over for a week at my house. Now, my house is 500 square feet, 100, or, you know, 1 bedroom. So 4 people, 3 guests. And it was the middle of the summer. It was like 100 degrees or whatever, close to 100. It was hot. And I literally spent the entire week that they were here. It felt like I spent the entire week over my hot water dishes, soapy sink, cleaning up all the dishes that we had used throughout the, you know, every day. And it was a nightmare. And suddenly it occurred to me, this is my house. I can do with my house as I please. And so I went out and bought a dishwasher, and it was one of the more empowering things to do. Like, darn it, I'm going to go buy an adult appliance. And so I bought an adult appliance, a dishwasher. I know that when you say adult appliance, lots of other things come to mind. We're not talking about those. We're talking about a dishwasher, the real kind of adult appliance. The only thing probably more adult than a dishwasher is like, what, a vacuum cleaner or something? Yeah. Yes, Nanny Aloha, this is the famous Chatter with Statter show. I wouldn't say it's famous yet, but thanks to the Hamajang gang, it's getting there. So, let's see here. Andre, what do you got? One house I got has no dishwasher. The other house has a dishwasher. But the kitchen sink has low pressure, so it's hard to dishwash in the sink there. Oh, low water pressure. Dude, don't get me started. I hate low water pressure. But you know what, though? I have pretty good water pressure in my house. One of the plumbers said, but he told me, and this is horrible. This is just, I am a mean person for thinking this, but this is how it goes. He told me that all the rich houses on top of Queen Anne Hill in Seattle is a very exclusive neighborhood, and all of the super expensive, way over $1 million homes at the top of Queen Anne Hill have the worst water pressure in Seattle. And so my, crummy little Ghettoville house apparently has some of the best water pressure that he has ever seen. And I felt really good to know that I've got better water pressure than those rich people. And I know that's so petty, but just call me Petty Page, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, let's see here. Comfortably Yum. Yeah, actually, I was super excited when I bought my lamp too. And I was using that lamp that I was excited about and bought. I was using that for all my streaming until today. And today, oh, I forgot to mention this. So today, not only do I have a different camera, I'm actually using a real bona fide ring light. And so I don't know if the lighting is nicer or different or better, but the ring light's kind of a pain in the arse to set up. So I'm going to assume that the ring light looks better because it's more of a pain in the arse. But that's okay. I can live with that. So yeah, if the lighting looks better or worse than before, let me know. Or if it looks the same. Queen Anne Hill, are all the houses Queen Anne houses? No, I don't know what a Queen Anne house looks like, but they are some of the oldest houses in Seattle, without a doubt. Definitely some of the oldest houses in Seattle. Queen Anne is a beautiful neighborhood that I would never want to live in, but I wouldn't want to live there because it's super tightly packed, bad water pressure, and then also really hard to park. But that's really any place in downtown or in the city of Seattle these days. So I suppose it's not just Queen Anne anymore. Okay, so Anne and Comfortably Yum and Medium 7-Up think that the lighting is good. Terry's giving a okay for the audio and the lighting. Okay, cool. Yeah, Darlene, trust me, I'm going to be talking with Andy about the lighting and things as I build up. Right now, the two biggest priorities for me, and others might argue, but the two biggest priorities for me are getting the microphone organized, and then also I kind of want to get some folding panels to just no one needs to look at my kitchen, and so I want to sort of create a more enclosed space. So those are kind of the two priorities. And once I get the folding panels, I then can build up the set a little bit more and figure out what lighting works better or worse as it works. Yeah, cool. Thanks, Curtis. Yeah, the reflection on my glasses was multitude of reasons. There's a window, my front window faces south, so tons of light coming in there. I closed that all up today, and then changed the lighting out. And actually, part of why I don't have reflection in my glasses as much is because Andy gave me a bunch of different tips on that, because he understands the pain that glasses wearers have when battling the battle of reflection. It's enough to drive you nuts. Yeah, Andre, you're right. They did build New Seattle and Old Seattle, but well, actually, all right, let's talk about Seattle for a second. Seattle's built on 7 hills. There's Magnolia Hill, Queen Anne Hill, Denny Hill, First Hill, Capitol Hill, Beacon Hill, and West Seattle Hill. And Queen Anne Hill was the hill that I'm talking about. The burned Seattle part was not on any of those hills. The burned part is the downtown, the part that burned down back in the day during the gold rush time. That was the downtown waterfront area. And so the super old Pioneer Square is sort of built on top of the burnt remnants of Seattle. In fact, they've got an underground tour that you can go to and see a bunch of the different underground stuff. It's kind of cool, but the one time that I did that tour, I did it with a friend who was super freaked out about dirt and mold. And so, but she wanted to go on the underground tour. But halfway through, she's like, I got to get out of here. So just so you know, don't take the underground tour if you are afraid of dirt and mold. I I shouldn't have to tell you this, but yeah, people who don't like dirt and mold shouldn't take that tour. But it was a cool tour, what I saw. Let's see here. I learned as a plumber apprentice that old houses on a hill are notorious for having water pressure, stink water pressure. Yeah, Kenny, you're totally right. That's what my plumber told me too. And like I said, because I'm super petty, I felt a little bit smug that my water pressure was better than the rich people on the top of the hill. And I'm not proud of that, but I totally cop to it. So, in film, they call it a hair light. Yeah, Andy was talking about the backlighting in the hair, and yeah, I need all that. I need all that. Oh, Andre, the catacomb tour is even worse for those. Yeah, but the catacombs, those have got like skulls and stuff in it, right? I want to go on that tour. I've seen pictures. It looks super creepy. I mean, I don't know if I would like the tour, but I do want to go on it. I mean, I'd guess what, you have to go to France first? France or Spain? France, Andre? France? Darlene, am I actually in Seattle or an area off of Seattle? I actually, I work in West Seattle, which is a part of the city of Seattle, but as a landmass, it's a peninsula and it's not really connected to the city. And so I work in West Seattle, and then further down that peninsula is a town that borders on Seattle called Burien, and Burien is where I actually live. So I don't live in Seattle, but I live like 10 blocks from where our cities touch. So close enough for government work, I guess. Seattle stole the 7 Hill thing from San Francisco. Quite possibly. Well, one of the hills now isn't a hill anymore. Denny Hill is now Denny Regrade, and back in the day, they took a whole bunch of water and they flattened the hill, which then raised the lower part of the city. So there's some streets on Capitol Hill in particular, because Capitol Hill and Denny Hill join each other, where the building actually is like, the building might be 5 or 6 stories tall from top to bottom, but you only see the top 3 stories because the bottom 2 stories are underground, and you can still get to them. That's not the underground Seattle. Underground Seattle is a completely different thing. But the Denny Regrade made it so some buildings that used to be, some apartments that used to be street level apartments are now below street level apartments. That's what I'm trying to say. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Oh, medium 7-Up. Oh my goodness, that's right. I forgot all of these things that YouTube people should do. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell. This feels so weird to say. I'm pretty sure most of you probably are already subscribed and stuff, because my subscriptions went, oh my God, through the roof the last 2 days. And it's all because of the Hamajang Gang, and I'm super stoked about that. So yeah, thank you all. And we don't know what we're doing here, but for the last almost, oh my God, it's almost been a whole hour. Yeah, we're just sitting here hanging out chatting. Today, apparently, we're chatting about dishwashers, and that's cool. That's cool. So, yeah, Andre, remember driving past Seattle as a teenager and the Rainier Brewery was by the freeway. Okay, so check this out. That was iconic. That red R, that's how you knew you got to Seattle. That greeted you. Well, the Rainier Brewery sold that building to Tully Coffee Roasters, and the coffee roasters, oh my, made the air smell delicious, but the flippin' coffee people took the R down and put up a big green T instead, and so people were greeted with this stupid green T when they came into Seattle, and public outcry was so strong that they actually, even though the old sign had been destroyed, Tully's had to recommission a whole new red R, and now the red R is back. It's a little bit different, but it's pretty similar. It's the same logo, but it's slightly different. Only people who like me would be able to be like, that's not the same one. But my best guess is if you saw it, you would be like, there's the red R. It's so much better to have the Rainier R back where it belongs, because that green tea just, yeah. So yeah, Comfortably Yum. When you're walking on First and you see glass in the sidewalk, the glass is there for the tour lights. Absolutely, yeah. They're basically skylights built into the sidewalk for the underground tours. But Comfortably Yum. So those lights are all over the place. But the underground tour doesn't take you to every potential place underground. Like, just because there's a skylight underneath the sidewalk doesn't mean the tour goes there. Because we've had a couple earthquakes, and there's a lot of places under. It's just not safe to go basically anymore. But I love those little purple glass embedded into the sidewalk. It's just, I don't know, it's cool. Oh, Terry Gilmore. Yeah, the old Rainier radio ads, yeah, they were classic, with the wild Rainiers that were running through the national parks, and then the motorcycle Rainier beer. Yep. Let's see here. Comfortably Yum. Oh, yeah, yeah, the place by where I work is they've got a cow on their roof, and it used to be a deli, John's Corner Deli, and they had, like, it was a life-size cow. Actually, I guess it was a bull, now that I think about it. Anyway, it was life-size whatever on the top of their building. And I always used to use that as a landmark for our clients to come to our office. And then John's Corner Deli closed, and all I was thinking was, oh no, they're going to get rid of the cow. But luckily they saved the cow, even though it's like a bar now. But whatever, it's a bar with a cow on a roof. Okay, so Andre, it is the Catacombs in Paris. Okay, I thought it was in Paris, but then as soon as I said France, I thought, well, no, wait, maybe it's Spain. So there you go. Yeah. Andre, you remember drinking Rainier Ale as an underage drinker? Yeah, well, it's water beer, so it goes down easier than beer you have to chew. I'm not a big fan of beer that you have to chew, I mean, I know that the Pacific Northwest is known for their microbreweries and all the fancy everythings, but I prefer water beer. It's just how that works. Yep. All right. Well, gosh, let's see here. Holy crumb, I've got 18 people that are watching and 15 likes. That's just awesome. Yeah, so I cannot thank you enough for joining me here today. And let's see here. Oh, wait, what does Darlene say about the Catacombs? Oh, yeah, I would go see the Catacombs, but not the sewers if in Paris. Although you bring up a very interesting intersection. Like, are the Catacombs and the sewers somehow related? What with them both being under the city? I don't know about that. So, oh, dude, e-music at a historic restaurant in Wisconsin. They have live goats grazing on the roof. You thought it was a joke? Yeah, there's actually a place up on Vancouver Island called Coombs, and they've got this little shopping center. I don't actually know what it is, but I do know that the main building is built. It's like built into the ground, and it has goats on the roof. That is what it's known for, is the place with the goats on the roof. I didn't know that they had something like that in Wisconsin either. That's awesome. Don't forget that I won. Oh, that's right. Medium 7-Up. I called him out, and I guess he felt pressure. So tomorrow, Medium 7-Up is going to be live on YouTube and on Facebook. And he's going to be doing Kanakapila, I think is how you say that. He's going to do a little Hawaiian sing-along. So Medium 7-Up, I think on Facebook, he's Miles Wilcox. So for sure, 5:30 p.m. tomorrow, my time, I think. Oh, crumbly wumbly. Miles, could you remind me what time it is so I can tell everybody? But I think it's 5:30 my p.m. 5:30 p.m. my time, I think. And then 8:30 p.m. East Coast time? Am I right? Tell me I'm right, please. Or correct me, whatever. Let's see here. Oh, Terry Gilmore, you toured catacombs in Sicily. I didn't know that they had catacombs in Sicily, and I don't know if I'd want to go in the catacombs in an earthquake-prone island. But, I went on the underground tour in an earthquake-prone Seattle, so what am I talking about? Yeah. Let's see here. Kenny Casey, a business with a cow on the roof is kind of like a business with a yellow dumpster. You got it. It's a classy joint for sure. That is it. Oh, the sewers are where the resistance hid during World War II in Paris? Fantastic. See, there we go. We learned something today. Well, I learned something today. Andre already knew that. Perhaps you did too, or perhaps you didn't. Now you know. Let's see here. What else? Oh, wow. Anne tells us that in Paris, there are many levels of underground, including underground barge canals. Oh, that's fancy pants. I didn't know that. Trippy. No, you're right, Terry. As far as we know, the Seattle Underground does not have bodies like the catacombs. I mean, I'm not going to say that it doesn't, but as far as we know, it doesn't. So, which is kind of actually why I want to go to the catacombs, because isn't that the place where like all those skulls and stuff are piled up? Anyway. So yeah. On that note, isn't that place where the skulls are piled up? All right then. Wait, okay, what does Rick say? Nothing wrong with a sewer tour. My job had me 800 feet below the surface and walked 3.5 miles across town, all underground in a storm sewer. Oh, but it's a storm sewer under construction is very different than a storm sewer post-construction, shall we say. But still, though, that's awesome, dude. 3.5 under 800 feet underneath the ground, though, that's a little scary. But still, that's neat that you were able to walk like all the way across town. The famous one is in Capuchin Monastery in Sicily. Oh, okay. Speaking of like monasteries, yeah, we're going past the hour. I'm just talking too much. Speaking of monasteries, isn't there, I feel like there's a church, cathedral, monastery, something, maybe like in, I don't know, Romania, Czechoslovakia. Is Czechoslovakia even the name of that place anymore? I don't think it is. But, somewhere over there. Isn't there one that's like constructed out of bones, or at least decorated? I mean, like not underground, but like, oh no, here's our tower. It's made of bones and we've got accents made with skulls. I feel like I've seen a picture of that. I feel like one of my friends went there and posted pictures, but yeah. You don't do haunted houses? Oh no, Darlene. Sounds like you got a little bit scared. Yeah. Okay, so it's where the said. Okay, so the Czech. See, thank you, Shock. I knew that as soon as I said Czechoslovakia, I was just like, that's so out of date. I'm showing my age. Okay, there we go. And it is in the Czech. It is in the Czech Republic. You think it was a punk club? No, that was probably one of my friends went there. But okay, it's the Sedlec Ossuary, of which I totally mispronounced that. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, cool. At least that's what I think you're telling me. I'm glad I didn't make that up. And so yeah, I want to go there. Let's see here. Kenny Casey, 800 feet underground. Did you see Pennywise? No, Pennywise, I don't think is that. He likes to hover just a little bit under the ground. He likes to be able to grab children, doesn't he? Can't grab any kids 800 feet underground, Kenny. They split down the middle, the Czech Republic and the Slovak. Oh, right, yeah. Well, no, that makes sense because, well, actually, let's not talk about that because that could be a whole other hour conversation of what that part of the world turned into. Because wasn't there one, like Yugoslavia, didn't it turn into like 14 different countries or something like that? I'm exaggerating, but it turned into like a lot of different countries, not just two. But let's not talk about that. So yeah. All right, exactly. Now that Terry Gilmore has summed up today's topics, which were dishwashers, light beer, and catacombs, we have some scattered chatter. And we are going to wrap it up because with the way this is scattering, we could go forever. So let's think about what we might want to talk about next time. And I look forward to seeing all of you and more next time, next Thursday at 4:30 p.m. West Coast time, 1:30 Hawaii time, 7:30 East Coast time. And that schedule is what I'm going to be shooting for a little while, but it's not set in stone. I have been tossing around a Thursday and Sunday twice a week instead. So let me know what you think about that. Not right now. We can talk about that later. But that's on the horizon. So I will see you on Thursday. And hopefully on Thursday, I might have some hose clamps. I might have some whatevers. I will definitely have an update on the dishwasher. And all of those dishes that are in the dishwasher right now, I promise you, they will be clean. I promise. So, all right, excellent. So, yeah. Oh, Shakalak. Oh, what a good idea. Oh my gosh. Can you leave the suggestions in the comments? Please feel free to comment. Feel free to give me ideas of what it is y'all want to be talking about, because we're all here together. And just because I'm the one blah, 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 doesn't mean I have to think of the topics. I want to know what you guys want to talk about. My dishwasher just broke my heart yesterday, so I was talking about that. But hopefully I'm not going to have a heartbroken dishwasher every day. So yeah, put in the comments what you think we all should talk about, without a doubt. Okay, cool. Well, thank you all so much for coming. I want to thank Lono Music and Andy Bumatai once again for helping light the fire under my bum. And I also want to encourage you to check out Photo Loop Hawaii on Twitch and on YouTube. And until then, I guess I will see you all on Thursday. Thank you so much for swinging by.